YouTube, what's going on, baby? It's your boy RonReal, aka Double R, back in the building, back with another video, back with another damn banger. We are here today with a very special treat from you guys. You already know me and James over at Black Lion Luxuries put together a Cigar of the Month Club. This is a very, very special one. This is my very first month, or this is my introductory box to Black Lion Luxury Cigar of the Month Club. So we're gonna open it up. Hang tight, stay tuned. We'll tell you what's inside. All right, you guys, so we are here with the September unboxing from Black Lion Luxury Cigar of the Month Club. P.S. As you guys know, as you saw in the most recent video, or one of the more recent videos, I'm celebrating my 1-year anniversary. So congratulations to me and Eric for our first year of success towards the channel. Looking forward to more years to come and more things that we have planned. But now back to the nitty gritty. This is September's monthly box. What is special about this box is that this is officially the first month that I'm introduced into Black Lion Luxuries. As many of you who are already in the club know that I was here from day one, but this was the initial, originally scheduled box for me to come in and be a part of was September. So this was my first official box with me having my hands on it. So as you guys know, we're gonna unbox it, let you know what we got inside. Traditional plain white box. Don't mind it. I think I did that after the box showed up here. That wasn't on James, so no worries, James. No bad publicity, man. This was on me. But plain white box. So I know in last month's box there wasn't a letter from him, but I'm assuming this letter is pertaining to the introduction of me. So we'll go ahead and read over that. It says, "It's hard to believe that we are already in month 3 of Black Lion Luxury Cigar of the Month Club. Thank you for your support and decision to give our club a try. As we continue to move forward, and as many of you have seen, we are pleased to announce Mr. Ronald McCoy, aka RonRealTV, as the El Padrino of the Black Lion Luxury Cigar of the Month Club." That would be me. Ron will be joining me in selecting, smoking, and curating each month's box of cigars. His commitment in bringing you high-quality boutique and budget-friendly cigars each month will ensure that your decision and investment in joining our club or joining our Cigar of the Month Club will never be doubted. We launched our club with the goal of not sending our members leftovers, one-offs, or impossible to find cigars, and we are proud that Ron brings the same level of commitment and energy. I had no idea you wrote all this, James. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate the high praise. But I will agree with him on that. I am definitely committed to making sure all the members of the club are satisfied. We work hard every month, trust me. Me and James talk every day, bouncing cigars back and forth. There's a lot of times where initial cigars that are picked will not be the ones that are chosen. So definitely want to let you guys know that we're working hard. Also, there was a very big strategic plan. As you guys know, most of the time I'll be wanting to do these unboxings towards the first of the month when all of you guys are getting your boxes in. But I wanted to get a few there's a few content creators that joined the club. Thank you to Vic over at Hot Desert Man, Rob and Caesar from Smoking Lead. Of course, Lee Mack is a member as well. Fred from Cigar Head TV. Carson over at Ash Head TV. My boy Cowboy over at Cowboyism. Hope I'm not forgetting anybody. If y'all are, y'all can kill me in the comments. But a couple of content creators have gotten the box as well. They were able to unbox it, and I kind of wanted to get the feedback from them, the good unbiased feedback. I did not talk to anybody beforehand before they got the box. So looks like the feedback from the club overall, from the content creators, was very good. So wanted to kind of come in as the last resort and kind of give you my opinion. And as of course you guys know, I will always do a community tab of the 4 cigars every month and let you guys decide on which cigar I want to, or you guys want me to review, which was the Dunbarton Tobacco Sobremesa Brûlée. So you'll have your sheet of paper every month that'll include each of the cigars, information about it, price, and all that good stuff. And as I was telling James, you know, a lot of people are doing QR codes right now, but I actually really enjoy that he does the hard copy. For me, I'm a kind of an old school guy. My phone is a piece of shit, so the back camera doesn't really work well, so it's not really good for QR codes. This is perfect. I could just look at this and tell you what we got. So I'll leave this open as I'm looking through these cigars. Oh, also there was a gift. There's usually I won't say every month because I don't want to pin us in a hard situation, but usually every month we might give you a little knick-knack or some kind of gift to show our appreciation. This month was a gift from me to you. So every member will have a RonRealTV sticker that will be included in your box. And then you have your fuzziness And now we'll have the cigars. Also, I think you guys will see the stamp. Probably get a close up in on some B-roll, but as you guys see, man, this isn't a very dressy or very fancy box. As Carson from Ashhead TV says, I like what he says, the luxury is inside of the box, and that's the commitment that me and James are gonna stand by. Not saying that there might not be any changes in the future, you know, you don't want to say that, but we want to make sure that the cigars are the main thing that you guys are getting a high quality product of. So we will look at the cigars that we have this month. First cigar up is one of my personal favorites. You guys have seen it in a personal review. You guys seen the cigar featured on Cigar Madness, and honestly, if it wasn't for the bad burn, this definitely could have been in the championship and definitely was capable of winning that tournament. But now we're looking at the Plasencia Alma Fuerte Generation V, which retails or has an MSRP of $22 by Plasencia Nicaraguan Puro. Fantastic cigar. They have it in a couple other sizes, but this Salomon is obviously my favorite size in the cigar. I also like the hexagon shape as well. Next cigar should be no surprise, especially with it being my first month. We got the Aladino Corojo Reserva in Toro size. This in Robusto size is the top 3 cigar for me on the year so far right now. Huge fan of this. This is a Honduran Corojo Puro. This MSRP is right at $14. So the club is $30 plus the shipping, so it's gonna be $37.95. You have $36 in 2 cigars already. So you're pretty much, your club is already there. Third cigar, we have the Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust Sobremesa Brûlée in Toro. Huge fan of this cigar. I have recently had the chance to smoke the new blue. I think I'm gonna be in the minority. I think the blue is a good cigar, but I actually like the OG Brûlée more. This MSRP is $13.45, so you might as well say another $14 cigar. Excellent cigar by Steve Saka. And then last but not least, we have a cigar that I have had, and I told you guys, you can quote me on this. Every cigar that is in the box, I will have smoked. I won't co-sign a cigar that I have not smoked or I'm not familiar with. I was able to smoke this cigar 3 times before deciding to put this into the box. Really didn't know much about Onyx other than the classic reserve that everybody knows about, but this has been getting a lot of hype and was really heavily marketed. Was able to get the cigar early and smoke it. And to be completely honest, not my favorite cigar of the bunch, but I feel like it was going to be very important to get this cigar in you guys' hands, because while it's very new and trendy right now, this might be a cigar that would be heavily overlooked. Probably would even be overlooked by me in the B&M, because I'm not really looking for Onyx. But I feel like to be fair to that brand and to be fair to you guys as far as trying to introduce you to new brands or brands that may be overlooked, I feel like it was important to get this cigar in for you. Now, this is a Toro size as well. This is a 6x54. AJ Fernandez makes this cigar. MSRP on this is $9.25, so you're looking at probably around $57, $58, $59 worth of cigars for $38 ship. Feel like it was a very hard deal to pass up, but that is September's unboxing. Now, I will look at my community tab just to make sure I'm not misquoting or anything. You guys know I like to be good when I'm citing things. All right, so it looks like in my community tab, the winner of the September box was the Sobremesa Brûlée at 36%. Man, I look at this now too. I posted the Plasencia Alma Fuerte in there, and I didn't think that there would get any votes. You guys had this as the second highest pick. I've already reviewed the cigar, man. But thankfully the Brûlée Toro won, so we'll come back after this and I'll smoke this Brûlée Toro and let you guys know about that, so y'all hang tight. All right, so we're gonna be smoking this Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust Sobremesa Brûlée OG. And let's see, so like I was telling you guys during the unboxing, all the information is here, so let's go ahead and look over it. Now, I do know that this is a Toro size, which is a 6x52. It has an Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper, Mexican binder, Nicaraguan filler, MSRP for $13.45. My notes on this cigar is sugar, cedar, cream, cocoa, floral, and a mineral note. Medium in body, mild in strength. And this is made at the Fábrica de Tabacos Joya de Nicaragua, SA. Not the greatest with Spanish, but I think there's worse out there. So we'll go ahead and cut it up. And I figure I use my V-cut today, so I purchased it so I don't need to neglect using it all together, even though you guys know I'm more of a straight cut guy. But I'm not real ain't no about which way it's cut or anything. As long as the cut is good, it'll work for me. Again, like I was telling you guys before, I like these more than the Colibri V cutter personally, even though I know the Colibri's more popular, but I like how the V cut's not as deep. I know some people say they don't sit the V in the cigar as much, but I like how I just set it down there, cut it, and it just cuts it pretty nice. So good draw. So I actually smelled the cigar before getting on film, and I'm getting a little bit of a chocolate, but there's a wintergreen note. Like if you know the wintergreen dip, it smells like it, and I'm actually getting it on the cold draw. So some people, I've mentioned this in another video before too, some people don't get the point of doing cold draws. And then I mentioned in an earlier video before, some people think cold draws are pointless because the flavors don't transpire into the actual cigar. Well, I could say the same thing about smelling a cigar too. So I think when you smell the cigar and you do cold draws, it kind of gets your system acclimated to what you're going to be experiencing, just kind of getting you revved up and ready to go. So just, that's kind of one of those things, like it ain't bothering nobody, man. It's not like somebody's calling out bullshit ass cigar notes, flavor notes, but to each his own, man. I've just heard people mention it before. They're like, oh, cold draws are pointless. It's like a lot of stuff's pointless, but people do it. So, see what we got. Hopefully the wintergreen doesn't kick in on this cigar. I'm not a big fan of that flavor. I know there's a debate on whether if the tip of the cigar is sweetened or not. I don't think it's extremely sweetened, but it's definitely something on it, man. Like I said, Steve says it's not, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing because it's not really extreme. I could definitely pick up on it though, at least for me. Nice pepper note, black pepper. Getting that mineral earth kind of flavor. Getting that sugar note too, like just refined sugar. Draw is very good. Pretty good start so far. I think we're gonna have a good experience with this. So we'll keep on smoking, get through this first third. I'll come back in a little bit. So y'all hang tight, stay tuned, we'll get at it. All right, y'all, working our way through this first third. Very enjoyable so far. Now, before I start talking about the cigar, I'm reminded, I bought this because, again, the price was good, but I was just telling Eric here, he's here with me today, and I was just telling him, I'm just not a huge fan of the V-cut, man. I don't like how it feels when I smoke it. It's just, I don't know, man. It's not interrupting the experience of the cigar. I'm still enjoying it, but it's just, I'm not a huge fan. There's a reason why I don't use it this much. Nothing against people that love V-cuts, because I know there's a lot of people that do. More power to you. I just prefer the more traditional straight cut. But cigars, textbook medium in body and flavor for me, mild in strength. No strength on these at all. Peppers died down from the initial light. Now the cedar cream has just now started to kind of get in. The sugar has even went away in the beginning too, and actually probably after about the first 5 or 6 draws, what seemed to be a sweetened cap to me doesn't feel like it's a sweetened cap anymore. So I can kind of understand where people feel like it's not sweetened, but it's kind of weird. As many of the brulees I've smoked, some of the brulees are like this. You'll get the sweetness in the very beginning and then it'll go away. And I've had some where it's even still tasting sweet all the way up until this point. So, you know, I don't know what the ordeal or the deal behind it is. Steve says it's not sweetened, so I guess we gotta take his word for it. But still getting that nice cedar cream. You're still getting a little bit of a pepper, but it's in the back or the undertone of it. You're also picking up a little bit of a wood quality. There's also been a little bit of a cocoa powder in there too. It's really nice, good creamy texture to it. Completely enjoyable. Draw has still been good, even though I'm not really a don't really have a big preference on the V cut, but it hasn't affected the draw. The draw has been good. Burn line's not razor sharp, but I was telling Eric again, I think this is gonna be a good performer. I don't think I'm ever have to pick up the lighter and do any relights or touch-ups or anything like that. Great performance so far. Been able to completely enjoy it. So we'll keep on smoking, let you guys know if any changes or anything like this. So y'all hang tight, stay tuned. All right, so we're working our way on this Sobremesa Brûlée OG. Super enjoyable, man. I'll say this too. You know, this is still one of my favorite Connecticut's. You know, along with the CLE Connecticut, Aganorsa has a nice Connecticut, Aladino has a nice, or Aladino and CLE has a nice Connecticut. These are just very good Connecticut's, and the term, you know, you hear all the time, not your grandfather's Connecticut. And for me, overall, I would say I'm not a very big Connecticut fan, but I am a huge fan of the Connecticut's that have a little bit more oomph, a little bit more body to them, a little bit more flavor, and this is right along with it. For me, it's not super complex, but the flavors are really nice and enjoyable. Still getting a lot of cedar, a lot of cream. The black pepper is still on that backside on the undertone. Getting a nice long, medium, starting to get to a really nice long finish that lasts all the way into the next draw. Just really, really enjoyable. Performance has still been nice, like as I predicted. Not gonna have to do any relights or touch-ups on this thing. Even what's funny, what I like about this one too, this cigar does really well being handled as far as being hot boxed. And what I mean hot boxing is sometimes a cigar will taste so good that you'll start smoking a lot faster than you really probably should. And in most blends or most cigars, if you hot box it, you can risk overheating that cherry and washing out the flavors. Things start becoming bitter and not tasting really well. Not happening here. Just getting that really nice cedar cream. Still getting a little bit of cocoa powder, which is more so on the finish. It's not really on the exhalation of the smoke, or not even really through the retrohale, but that nice cocoa on the finish is really nice. But the cedar and cream is definitely very dominant. Really good. Yeah, you're still getting a nice pepper on that retrohale. I'd probably say about a 6.5, but very, very enjoyable. I think this is a box worthy cigar. And like I was saying before, they came out with the Brûlée Blue, which is a Corona Gorda, like a 6 1/4 or 6x40, 648, somewhere in that family. Good cigar too. Actually, I would say it's a little sweeter than this, which most of the time you would think sweetness would be probably something I would lean more towards, even though I like natural sweetness. But I think this one for me is a little bit more well balanced. So I think that's why I prefer this one over the blue, which I feel like the blue is a good cigar. It's just kind of, sometimes it's just really, really sweet, especially starting out in that first third. The sweetness is very, very intense, but really, really enjoying this. So keep on smoking through this second third, get on through this back third. Let y'all know if there's anything that's changing, come back with some points and all that good stuff. So y'all hang tight. All right, man, we're back with the last third. Sorry, I was just reading a comment that somebody left on. So my bullshit cigar review, my bullshit cigar reviews video, I cut the comments off. I let it sit up for like a week or so. Was getting a lot of views, obviously a lot of comments, controversial or whatever. So ended up cutting the comments off because naturally I don't want to be bothered by that months on down the road with a lot of interaction and stuff. So just cut the comments off. One of those videos like, hey, you either agree with it or you don't. Hit a like, dislike, keep it moving. So one guy just said, why did you disable the comments on your bullshit review video? That's super sketch. So this is what I'm trying to get to you guys. So when you say something, or whenever I say something, you have to have something behind it. That's so vague, like, so explain why is it sketch to you? Because I just turned the comments off, and me and Eric were just talking off camera. And I'm just like, man, there's a lot of videos that I watch that if it's a controversial topic, or let's talk about politics, we'll look at a political video with President Trump or somebody on there, and there'll be millions of views and the comments are turned off. It's simply because they don't want to have to deal with reading all that bullshit, or just either you like the or like the video or you dislike it. It's like people expect something. It's nothing more, nothing crazy about it. It's just cut the comments off. So this isn't even just towards me, man. It's just towards anybody. Like if you say something or if you question something, put as much detail in it as possible. So that way it's like, that person should have said, this is super sketch to me because A or because B or C. You can't just be like, oh, that's super sketch. And it's like, all right, well, why is it sketchy to you? Just because I cut my comments off. So you drove yourself all the way to another video just to write on the video to tell me that it was sketch. Good job, man. Nah, but back to the cigar, man. People fucking losers, man. I shouldn't say that. That was mean, man. I don't know these people, so I can't call them it. Anyway, man, the cigar is super enjoyable still, man. We're gonna go ahead and score this thing. Performance has still been good. Draw, burn has still been really good. Flavors are still about the same. Still getting a lot of cedar, cream. Black pepper has probably ramped up a little bit, but still not overtaking the cedar. The cream has died down a little bit, which is kind of taking a little bit away from what the points probably could have been, but still very enjoyable. Still a great Connecticut. Gave the flavor a 16 out of 20. Gave the draw a 20 out of 20. Burn a 20 out of 20. Complexity is 16 out of 20 and the strength a 16 out of 20. Gonna give this cigar an overall score of an 88 out of 100. Now, I would say that the strength, everything for me ended at a textbook medium. The strength is on that low side of medium. It just kind of started ramping up towards this last third. Still nothing to worry about, nothing that's gonna make you sweat or feel nauseous or anything like that. Really, really enjoyable. For me, personally, the only drawback I would have against this cigar is that some of the other Connecticut's I like can be had for a cheaper price, like the Henry Clay Warhog, CLE Connecticut, Aladino Connecticut, Aganorsa Connecticut. All of those are very good cigars, could stand up right there with it too, and just don't cost as much. This cigar, again, is almost $14 for Connecticut. So if you're not really a super Connecticut lover or smoke them all the time, this might be something you'd pass over just because of the price. But I still would recommend, if you haven't tried one, give it a shot, because again, it's not like your grandfather's Connecticut, as they say. Definitely got some flavor, some oomph to it. Very, very nice cigar. So Steve, good job on this one. I like the blue as well too. Maybe a review of that one at some point later on. Not really sure how that'll transpire, but this has been the unboxing for September for Black Lion Luxury Cigar of the Month. This is my first box. Cannot wait to show you guys what is in October. And on that note, y'all know the name of the game is relaxation and enjoyment. And don't forget to be driven, never motivated. We're gonna catch y'all later. Peace.